The title is intended to cause you to stop everything and react. Astonishingly large, it aims to transform a real person into a fleeting joke or shock, and it is loud and theatrical. However, the true tale here isn't about a corpse, a number, or a nasty headline, so stick with me to the very end. It's about how Monica Lewinsky continues to reclaim her life despite the world's continued attempts to categorize her. For a moment, let's be honest. The internet enjoys acting as though it owns its users. When a single picture appears, strangers feel free to point, laugh, and pass judgment as if it were a game. Additionally, the headline isn't even attempting to be kind when it uses terms like huge. It turns a person's physique into a headline in an attempt to generate clicks. However, Monica Lewinsky does not make headlines. She is a human being who has experienced something that most people would find intolerable. Monica Lewinsky was made fun of for years. Her name was spoken out as if it were a joke. Cruel remarks, late-night jokes, and individuals pretending to know her while never having met her. Imagine that everyone is talking about you, but hardly nobody is asking how you're feeling. Imagine someone freezing you in a split second and preventing you from developing into anything else. For a very long period, Monica experienced it. However, many individuals are unaware of this. Monica didn't remain immobile. Her disappearance wasn't permanent. She didn't allow people to only ever know the darkest aspect of her life. She eventually began to talk in her own voice. She developed into someone who speaks candidly about bullying, embarrassment, and what it's like to be treated like an object by the public. That requires bravery. Not the kind of bravery that appears spectacular in a film, but the kind that occurs in real life when you get up and carry on despite knowing that others will condemn you. Therefore, consider what they are actually trying to promote when you come across a headline that tries to bring her down once more. The truth is not being sold by them. They are marketing a cheap response. They want the comments to be contentious. They want it to be shared as a joke. Views are what they desire. Going after someone's appearance is the simplest method to achieve that because, regrettably, that's what attracts attention quickly. However, what if we took the opposite action? What if we looked at Monica Lewinsky and saw someone who managed to rise above public humiliation? What if we witnessed someone who has mastered the art of carrying suffering while yet speaking with intention? Because that is far more jaw-dropping than any headline could express. Let's also discuss the term huge size, which is useless in addition to being impolite. Bodies undergo change. Individuals evolve. Alterations in health. Stress shifts. Life shifts. Additionally, you never know what someone is going through behind the scenes. Therefore, it speaks more about the strangers than it does about the person when strangers sit behind a screen and criticize someone they have never met. The deeper reality is that women are frequently measured in our society. Too much of this, too much of that, not enough of this. Every 5 minutes, the regulations are altered. People claim you look sickly if you're slim. People claim you let yourself go if you put on weight. They think you're uninteresting if you dress simply. They term you attention-seeking if you dress boldly. It's a trap. The intention is to make ladies uncomfortable and silent. However, Monica Lewinsky is no longer silent. And that's precisely the reason she makes headlines like this. Because it's simpler for the internet to discuss her physique than to acknowledge that she has grown stronger than the jokes thrown about her. Respecting a lady who refused to be destroyed by public humiliation is more difficult than pointing to a picture. I now want to know if you believe that these kinds of headlines ought to be criticized more frequently. Leave a comment with your ideas. Please like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a reminder to be kinder online if you want to see more videos that respectfully and simply relate genuine stories.